Hello friend, welcome back. In our previous video, I have discussed about that blade syntax, right? I hope you get some of the idea. Right now, we don't need this. Better I want to remove this file, okay? I simply remove this. That means I want to delete it. I simply delete it. Great. Now, in this video, we'll work most interactive one of the things I want to do before I have loaded all that view page directly from to the route. Right now, I want to load all that view page. Okay, I want to load all that view page from to the controller. So if you want to work with this controller, first of all, we have to create one of the controller. If you want to create this controller, simply go to our project file, like that is our directory, into the directory, because our server is now running with the PHP artisan serve into this terminal, which is totally fine. I want to open another new terminal. I make it as a CMD. Like first of all, I want to create another controller. Okay, if you want to create this controller, you have to do simply write down as a PHP artisan. Okay, that is artisan, and then the make controller. And then I want to do, if you want to create some of the specific folder name, you can create that folder name rather than if you name it directly, then that will be created. All that are controller, as I told you, into the controller folder, right? So for education purpose, I want to create it directly, better, or rather than I want to create another folder name as it, okay, that is as a demo folder. It will be created on the demo folder, and here I want to create on the controller name as a demo, okay, demo controller. Now that will be created on the folder as a demo, and into the folder area it will be created on the controller name as a demo controller. Okay, now if you click as a enter, like I click as a enter, now you can see our controller created successfully, and also into the controller area it's now created on the folder name as a demo, and that is our demo controller. Now I want to load our contact page and then the about us page from our controller. If you want to do that work, first of all, we have to update our route. Okay, here we have to update it. First of all, I want to load our that is our controller. Controller, you can see there is a namespace in our app http controller and then the demo folder. First of all, here we have to use it. Okay, here we have to use it, and that is our app. You can see there is an app and then the http, and that is a controllers folder, and that is our demo folder. Into this demo, that is our file name, that is our controller name as a demo controller. Then I want to load it. Okay, that is our backslash and then the demo controller. Make that sure you load that controller. Here, first of all, you have to use it. Okay, now I want to access our demo controller in our route. Like right now, I want to remove it. Okay, remove everything, and now I want to name it as a route, and that will be as a route, and then you have to use it as a get method, right? That will be on the same get method, and into this get method area our path will be as a /about. So I make it as a about, and then here we have to load our controller name as a demo controller, and demo controller will be on the class. Okay, that will be on the class, and then after that here you have to add your method name. Okay, so that is the procedure. There is a route, get, our URL will be as a /about, and into this /about area I have loaded one of the controller. I have already input this controller. Right now we don't need this. I remove it. Okay, make this a clean. Right now I have already used that our controller name as a demo controller. That is our demo controller. Now into this demo controller area, whatever the method you will create, you have to create it in particular that position. So right now I name it as an index. Okay, I name it as an index. That is index type, one of the name, and that is one of the method name. That method now we have to create in our demo controller. Okay, simply go to our demo controller. Here now we have to create that method as index. Now go to that controller, and into this controller I name it as a public. Okay, public, and then function, and our method name I have already declared as index. So now by this we have created one of the function. Okay friend, simply remember that part. So that is one of the function name. I name that function as index. So that is our index, right? Now I want to put some of the note as and, that is our and method. Okay, that is one of the method. Our method name, I name it as index, and that is started from here, that is ended. So in particular that area I want to return one of the view page. Like same things, right? Before I return it from to the you can see before I returned it from to the our web PHP, now I want to return it from to the our controller. So that was a return There is a return and return on the view page, right? There is a view page. Our view page will be which one? That will be loaded our about page. Same things. You can see, friend, the same things before I directly loaded from to this area. Now that will be hit our about, and when it should be hit that about in our demo controller, I have loaded on the index method. So that is the index method. When it should be hit that index method, then that will be returned on the view page as about. I have already created our about page. That means now right now that should be displayed as a about page, and this is about page. I make it as a, this is about page from controller. Okay, controller. Now let's check this out. If you now click the save all, and now if you go now refresh it, I want to access our about. So that will be about. Okay, that will be sorry about. I click enter. Yes, you can see now it's perfect. Now it's successfully loaded as this is about page from to the controller. So how all functionality actually work? When you hit our URL as a /about, then that is our /about, that is our /about, and then that will be, I have loaded that controller. Into this controller I have created one of the method as the index method. Now that is our index method, it should be hit, and when it should be hit our index method, then that will be returned one of the view page I simply loaded as a about, and that is our view. That means in our resources view and about page is loaded, right? Now I want to do the same things for our another page. Like before I have loaded that things like that way. Right now I want to do that will be the same things. I copy it and then I paste it. Okay, now into the demo controller, our URL I make it as a /contact, and into the demo controller now I want to create another method as a contact. Okay, I make it as a contact. So I simply name it on the method name. That will be as a contact method. Now we have to create it. Right now we don't need this. Better I put some of the note for you. I make it as a comment out by pressing that control and then /. Okay, then automatically that will be as a comment out. And now I want to create our method as a contact method. Now go to our demo controller. I will simply loaded the demo controller. Here again we have to create another function. So that will be the same procedure as a public and then function. The public function, our method name will be as a contact method, and then that is our contact method. So in here right now I again simply return, okay, return one of the view page. I simply return on the view page, and now I want to load our another page as a contact. Okay, I have already created one of the page, that the one of the view page into the resources and view, and that is our contact page. I make it as a this is contact page from controller. Okay, now that should be loaded our contact page. Now if you want to check it, when you hit our API, that is URL as a contact, if you now click as a save all, and now if you go now refresh it, now if you want to access that contact, click as enter. Yeah, you can see it's now successfully loaded our view page as a this is contact page from to the controller. I hope you get some of the idea how that controller actually works. So friend, that is used for in Laravel 8. In Laravel 8, you have to load your controller, and then you have to load your all that route like that way. Here, every time you have to use it as a controller name. But in Laravel 9, that is little bit changes. They have some of the update. Or every time you don't need to pass that your controller name. You can actually group that things. I show you here. If you want to make it as a group, first of all, here you have to load that your route. Okay, I show you, everything will be more clear. That's a route. There is very small change but very interactive. Like I make it as a controller, right? That will be the controller. Okay, that is a controller. And into this controller area, now I have our common controller. I have already loaded. Here also you have to use it. I simply loaded that controller name as a demo controller, and then that will be one of the class. Right, that will be one of the class. Great. And then I want to make it as a group. Okay, so you can now group it. There is a group and group function. So that will be as a group function, and into this group function area here only you have to do like simply paste it. And now I want to take both of this. Okay, I take both of this, I cut it, and then I paste it. So that is our one, and there is our another one. Now here you don't need to use this. Okay, you don't need to use that as a demo controller. Better I remove it, and also from here I remove it. Right now that will be our URL, and here into the second parameter you can actually pass your methods. I have already created another method as a about. For the about I make it as index, and also to create I have already created another method as a contact method. Now that will be as a contact method. Okay, that is our URL, and then that will be your method name. Simple things. I loaded that controller, that is a controller name as a demo controller, and into this demo controller I group all that our total route. Now you can see it's not totally clean, right? Right now if you add that multiple routes here, that will be always into the group area. Okay friends, so that is the new update in Laravel 9. Into the Laravel 9 you can actually group your all that controller, that is, you can group your all that route. Okay, so now let's check this out. Our process will be same. It should be work. Now click as a save all. If you want to access that about, like I want to refresh it. Now there is a syntax error as this one, unexpected and file. That means here I have missed some of the semicolon. You can see I have used some of the semicolon. There is a common error. Now click as a save all. Now if we refresh it, here our contact page is now successfully loaded. If you want to access that about, now click as enter. Our about page is successfully loaded. Okay. How to create that group, I hope friend it's very much clear to you.